Hello everyone, it is that time of the evening, yet again, morning, afternoon, depending on what time of the world, or what part of the world rather you happen to be in, it's time for Team Eager to face off against Legion in the finals of the Challenger Cup for week number 5 of North America, Hindu.
Yes, week number 5 is underway and it's nearly enough over, but once again we'll see Eager face off against Legion in the final. These two are the top of the shop. They're most likely to try and get themselves a spot in the SPL. Now, how will they play this one out? Eager's already banned away Circuit, and in response Legion have banned Sylvanas. I expect to have a jungler ban here.
And you are absolutely correct in that line of thinking. It's going to be Thor removed by Team Eager. For Legion, they still have some options. They could go for another jungler perhaps as well. But first pick going over Team Eager, what do they want to take off the table? There's still some powerful AD carries. Athena is still available as well. We saw her sneak through once last game, but other than that, she's been banned up pretty frequently so far today. The Sylvanas ban, not only is he just a pretty solid ban in general these days, but going up against an Aurora, you do not want to see him on Sylvanas. He was MVP in week 3 with that for a reason.
Batz. I'm calling Batz now before they even do anything else, just because Bastet got banned, Circuit got banned, Thor got banned, Sylvanas got banned, rinse repeat for Eager. We see this time and time again from them right now, and it is going to be, surprisingly, Batz.
It's been no one called that.
I'm really intelligent, I should be a caster. My knowledge is pretty good sometimes. Legion across the way, though, is their option now of what they're going to say. Oh, I love this play. I love this play. They're currently hovering over Geb and Athena. Now what this does is it puts Aurora onto something other than Geb, other than Athena, and other than Sylvanas. They're trying to make Aurora go deeper in his god pool in the support role. The thing about Aurora is that people seem to forget is that Aurora is very good at the non-traditional supports as well. He's the one that was very well known for his Fenrir support for the longest time. Will he be able to bring something like that back? I'm not sure though. We'll see.
Vamana was just locked on the other side. Typically, you don't see Vamana getting picked up until after the counterbanning phase. This early on, there's some pretty big potential for him to be counterpicked in that lane matchup, but more likely than not, he's going up against Athena. As things stand right now, Athena still could be moved over to the jungle. We saw Bologna going up against Athena a little bit earlier on. Athena took that lane matchup pretty well, but Vamana tends to have much better in the way of just quick outright. I'm going to clear the lane and just back off. So he'll be able to fare against Athena just a little bit better.
I've got to agree with you. I think it will probably be the Athena solo. The reason I'm thinking it's Athena solo is because DJ Penricus likes the aggressive junglers, and not necessarily the more defensive ones in Athena. I mean, technically she has aggression in a kit, but normally you see him on the likes of Nemesis. He might look for the Nemesis pick again in this one. We'll see where he chooses to go. Circuit is banned away. We've got a Wheelix available as well. We'll have to find out.
Poseidon could be a nice final safe pick here. They could also possibly look for their jungler pick, of course, as I speculate on something. Mercury getting hovered over, throw straight over to DJ Pernicus. Like I said, that aggressive jungler. I believe he was also an MVP back in week 1 on the back of his Mercury play, so that one snuck through. Not so much for the Sylvanas for Aurora, but we can expect some pretty big things out of this. He's very good at it. And with it now picked up and locked in for the jungle role, that does mean it's going to be support Athena over in the soul lane. So, some interesting matchups coming out as we move on to the counterbanning phase.
Support Athena over in the solo lane. That didn't make sense, Zayden. Solo lane Athena. She's not a support if she's in the solo lane, is she? Is she? Come on,
she can support with the Defender
of
Olympus, so she's still a support out of the solo lane. She has Defender of Olympus, she can go to the duo lane and help if needed, so she's still a support.
We're focusing. Anyway, Cupid was banned away by Legion. They're trying to put the pressure, I guess, on to Zatman and what he's going to pick here on for his AD carry. Because right now they're going to be able to pick Xbalanque, I expect, because they banned Cupid for a reason. I think here is to be able to take the Cupid in this matchup. And I expect if they go for Xbalanque Legion here, then it'll probably be Ul coming out for Zatman once again. I think it's kind of standard. He might actually go for the Rama as well. He's played his Rama against Xbalanque earlier today as well. So he's still got Rama, Ul, and Xbalanque is currently available right now for them. But it's Legion's pick, and what are they going to go for? Here's the question.
The AD carry would be kind of a safer spot. They could leave, speculation aside, they lock in Poseidon, but they could leave the mid laner to counter out the last pick possibly, but with Agni already locked in, no really reason to save that right now. You know the pick, what he's going to be. Ares getting hovered over and locked in for Aurora in that support role. The proper support role, not the solo lane support Athena that we're just discussing a moment ago. That isn't actually a real that is a real thing, I should say. And Neith getting looked at for the AD carry. Neith's considered kind of a midline support, if you will, but she has pretty strong wave clear, as well as a little bit of a global presence with that World Weaver.
what was the game plan? I'm really interested by the game plan here. The Cupid and headbands were interesting, and with Neith being locked in as well, it kind of throws things up in the air. Bit of an aggressive. I think they've gone for this because Ares is going to be a more aggressive support, and they've got Neith for the extra CC and roots available to them as well to keep the chains going and land the chains as well. And Legion coming in with the hot and spicy and Muzen Carb once again. We've not had a chance to cast Legion today, unfortunately, but what we have seen in the past is that Panda Cat has used its Muzen Carb before, and I believe he played it last week against Eager as well in the finals, and they've got a very, very good composition to protect this Muzen Carb.
This is a very interesting pickup with the Muzen Carb. With Agni, when he applies his chains, you're crippled, you can't use an escape ability like a Rising Jaguar on Shibalanke or the Glory Bound on Ul. So he doesn't have to worry about being crippled. The problem then becomes if he's out of position even so slightly, he still has to worry about the roots coming out of Neith, which means Ares closes the gap. He's still applying slows, which means he still comes down to very much needing to be very good with his positioning. So, yeah, he doesn't have to worry so much about the cripple, but he still has to be very spot on with his positioning, or he may still find himself in an unhappy place and getting killed.
Well, his wave clear is very, very strong in the early stages throughout the whole game, to be fair, with a Muzen Carb. Neith can wave clear pretty effectively, using her passive to her effect with the backflip, followed by the Spirit Arrow to actually detonate that weave that she puts on the ground, can clear the wave quite quickly. And even if she doesn't use that, she can use the Spirit Arrow and an Unravel to clear the wave out, and also load some attack speed onto the Muzen Carb and sustain herself from the poke that a Muzen Carb might put out. So it's quite a smart play from both these teams coming into this one. They've both got very good compositions on paper. Zatman a bit more of a defensive AD carry this time around. We'll see how they play this one out though, guys. We're just into the spectator delay. As soon as it's through, we'll bring you all the action from Game 1 of the finals of Week 5.
Alright guys, hello and welcome back. It's time for game number 1 of this best of 3 finals between Team Eager and Legion. And for the first time today, the names are actually correct, Hindu. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Shocking. Shocking. You might actually become a decent production person after all. Eager versus Legion. Game 1 finals, Week 5. Numbers. Lots of numbers. 7,500 gold starting for each team. Base of them all start with 1,500 gold. No early wards are coming down from either side just yet. Checking the inventories. There is a max total of 1 single ward in all their inventories. 1 ward to rule them all.
Indeed, and that one's actually getting held onto right now. Pain to Beyond has a single health potion. There's that ward getting placed down. Defensive ward. Make sure Eager can't pull any of their early game invade back harpy shenanigans stealing, which I actually like. It's something we see a lot of, and if they go look to do that, this probably signifies that Legion are looking to collapse in and kill them for their little back harpy stealing shenanigans, which should be interesting.
Yep, I mean, what we're going to see from this game, all in all, I'll tell you now, it's going to be Legion will be looking to protect a Muzen Carb, make him farm up, and not look for to be picked too much. They'll be using their Guardians to their advantage to be able to rotate around this map and cause some issues for the enemy team and keep people alive. Mercury will be the one making the plays from DJ Pernicus. Keep an eye on Adora and Pernicus linking up for some kills early on, and trying to just wait for the late game for Muzen Carb to really start going. The thing is, in lane he's going to have a bit of an issue dealing with an Ares. Ares versus Geb is most certainly 100% in Aurora's favour on this Ares. On top of that, Geb has now had to go with Vanguard because he's up against an Ares. You know what that means as well? That means that he's not going to be generating as much gold as he'd like to.
As well as losing that mana for 5 on the Watcher's Gift could be a little rough. With the aggression coming out from Aurora, he's going to definitely want to be using those stone shields as much as he possibly can. Early on, however, Team Eager taking a little bit of poke in that dual lane. They're forced back onto the tower for now, which isn't too surprising with the wave clear coming out from Panda Cat early on. More Pokemon from the shockwaves. This is a little contrary to what we might expect, as they're going to eat a lot of damage from that swarm for their troubles of trying to just push back out, as Zatman backflips to his tower for good measure and style points.
Yeah, the pressure on the solo lane to be expected. They actually delayed their blue buff just to push a little bit harder in the lane. At the start of this game, put the pressure onto the team. Mercury's going to be the first one to rotate away though. DJ Pernicus going to head in there, left-hand side. You can see Panda Cat trying to poke them under the tower. This is the power of an Muzen Carb. If he gets the push power going, the swarm clears the minion wave so very, very effectively. +1 shockwave from Geb should be enough to bring down this wave and keep the pressure on. And it's up to Zatman and Aurora to just farm pretty much and be stuck under the tower for the most part.
Yeah, backflip avoiding that shockwave. No points on Unravel yet, which means no sustain from Zatman. He has used his health potion that he started with. he's got to be careful. The combo off of the little broken weave on the floor did catch Pain Deviant. Nothing really gained, nothing lost for now. Back Harpies successfully secured by DJ Pernicus. They're looking for a little poke mid lane as the minions advance back towards the neutral point in the lane. Even some wave cleared. Derek using that overhand smash for some poke. But for now, both teams kind of standing off, feeling each other out a little bit, and just waiting for that first big opportunity to look for a kill and get that all-important first blood on their own side of the board.
Yep, for the time being, we're just going to continue to see the farming up. Aurora's actually playing this as a defensive areas right now, using the change just to zone them back a little bit, so Zaman can pick up those last hits under the tower for the most part, using that Unravel to heal himself back up once again.
Yeah, Zap's taking a lot of poke. He does have a first point in Unravel. It's as for there. He was tagging up the archers, took a lot of poke, and the Unravel just kind of mitigated the damage from the archers. So, and you can, I mean, this kind of tells a story right here. They're going forward a little bit. They don't want to be zoned completely off of those minions, but Zap really can't afford to get close. That's going to be a connection. Swarm plus the honey is going to mean a little bit more damage from those bees.
Mid lane, gank comes out from DJ Pernicus, but he's going to get turned around on by Lasses with a bomb. Kraken comes out, doesn't detonate on target for where he would like to. Adoro, he's not going to find a kill, but the cripple will zone him into a wall. The tidal wave with the autos will bring down a kill for Adoro. And that's 1 for 1 across the map. Mid Harpies do spawn. Deltacare's going to get these right-hand ones and should be able to get out before Pain Deviant can get here. There's not much they can do. Oh, wait, Athena's ulted.
Defending a little bit of shockwave coming in. Derrickare is about to fall. One more. Anything. Hit him. Shield wall will do the trick. Well played. Finds the second kill of this game. And it's only now getting rolled into from behind. Not much else coming from this. World Weaver did come across the map, but didn't really do much on that.
This is big. No, it was big. It was big because then he could use the no escape to follow it up and get his teammate in range for the kill secure. Zapman's going to live. And Aurora's going to find that kill for himself as well. That decision was really smart from Zapman. It looks strange on paper. Why will we? But now they've overextended it. Guess who's coming? Reinforcements have arrived for Legion.
Yeah, Pain Deviant putting some damage out. Aurora's about to fall. Special delivery will be more than enough. Minions, unfortunately, not cooperating with Zapman right now. This is probably going to be an execute, and it will be able to secure that one for himself. So he's going to pay for that with his life, but denying the gold is a nice little consolation prize for him. Yeah, the World Weaver, I was assuming that was to save the life of Anatolia over in the right lane, make sure he wasn't getting locked down. I didn't realize they were looking for that play in the dual lane.
They're going for a Gold Fury right now. This is a big play for them, but Derrickare and Lasses know what's up. You can't really try and do that up against those two. With the Fear No Evil and the bombs, you'll quickly detonate anyone trying to do that. So the disengage happens for now Legion with a small advantage based off kills at the moment. Tolly, this is well played. He's backwards and forwards here. Well played. He's a little bit lower mana. He can't really kill Tolly here. He's actually abusing the auto attacks for the most part on Tolly there. Trying to keep poking him down. He's not going to have enough to kill him right now as the shield wall's on cooldown, but those archers are doing damage, and Tolly does clear the wave and back away sensibly.
Yeah, he did save the Colossal Fury as well. We'll have that up and available for when he returns back to lane. For now, he's going to go heal up at base, maybe pick up an item or two. It's kind of the same situation with that Bellona early on. Typical warrior matchups, the Runeforged Hammer is a great item to pick up. It's physical protection, it's some health, it's that passive, which means your physical protections are also physical power. Against an Athena, you don't have that same luxury. There's no, like, easy, oh, it's a magical damage support god. I will just go for this item. It's like, well, I guess I'll go for boots and just look for the mobility and just not get caught in a shield wall. I mean, there's no easy itemization choice against this Athena, really. Ansile, yeah, it can kind of work. The cooldown reduction wouldn't hurt too much, but it's not really a standard pickup item for a Vamana. Same thing with the other items along those trees, the Mystical Shield and the like. The Mystical Shield, though, is actually, I think it's 60 magical power when it's fully built up that it removes from anybody nearby with the aura effect. So I'm a little surprised people haven't been playing with that one.
I think sort of guy's probably the best thing if he's going to go for any sort of magical defense. I mean, he could just go hide the Urchin as well. It'll give him enough magical protection that he needs to. He's really just going to avoid the Kraken is the big thing he's going to be. Make sure he doesn't hit the dead center of, or if he does, make sure he pops a big baby at the right time. Left-hand side, purple buff's just been dropped down by both teams. Gold Fury's still standing at the moment at 5.5 minutes in. A bit more of an active game than earlier ones in this, and you can see, though, that even though there's a kill lead for Legion, the experience lead is definitely in Eager's favor right now. 1.7k, it's not a monstrous amount, but it's enough to make an impact on this. Gold Fury has been started again by Legion.
And nobody is nearby this time. Gold Fury just got snuck in by those guys. Realized some people were over mid-Harpy camps. Harpies for Gold Fury? That's a win in my book. So Eager with that, Eager going to fall behind slightly in gold count, about 900 or so behind right now. DJ Pernicus finding himself in Aurora in the jungle, going to be looking for some back and forth. No escape coming out. World Weaver as well. Aurora will get picked up. The Kraken drop down just for good measure to secure that one.
Oh, the monkey jump from there to kill with a Athena Weaver following it. DJ Pernicus going to go down and trade. Pain to beyond. Surrounded by 3 now, trying to juke out bombs from the top from Lasses. Find another, and now Panda Cat's in trouble too.
He is not going to be able to live under this tower. Derricker picks up with one more Sacred Monkey bouncing around as they clean up those little Cthulhu, Amazon, Cobb hives. Sadman's going to be able to push a wave from Minion 2 to the tower. That was a big play coming up from Legion, but the follow-up rotation, that looked like that was a free extra kill for Legion until Derricker just went big in the back and got that quick kill.
That made big plays then. That made a big play. Then jump into the monkey at the back of the fight. Jump to the third monkey, which was on DJ, bringing him down, then picking up the kills off the back of that was really, really good play from Eager. They did lose the Gold Fury though, but they are going to get the mid-harpy, so the gold swing, look at it right now, it's even. Gold is completely even though Legion got that Gold Fury, and experience is bigger in their favor again. Mid lane, they're making the play on Doro again.
They got the change, they got the Rainfire Bombs from Agni, and that was all it took. The dot coming out there towards the end, cleaned up the kill. Team Eager with that put gold just barely back to where it was before that Gold Fury attempt came out from Legion. Experience, though, with all those kills they have been raking in, is well in their favor. 4.3k for them right now. Those level advantages are going to start going in their favor quite a decent bit. It's a very strange game right now. It's all sorts of back and forth, going side to side. There's some advantages here. The team that's behind is winning in gold, and experience is back to, in Eager's favor, but the Devour Gauntlet stacks, Zatman's having a little trouble building up compared to Panda Cat. This is all sorts of crazy back and forth stuff.
Big gang left. Big gang left coming out. Deathscare's trying to find Panda Cat over here. The World Weaver's being channeled. It's going to get hit onto Panda Cat. Monkey jump. Jumps to Pain to Beyond. Athena Weaver around the back. Great cataclysm though from Pain to Beyond by side. Panda Cat's in trouble. Going to get pulled in. Chains connect. Mercury comes in with the Sonic Boom though to trade back onto a Raw. DJ Pernicus has the ultimate from Athena coming in for Dare to get dunked by Well Played. But Lasses is doing bombs. Adoro is here with a Kraken. Beads pathed out by Lasses. Can he get away?
They're going to apply some back and forth. Path of Flame Wave does hit Adoro, getting low. Good Stone Shield. They're trying to lock down Zatman. Now he's trying to clean up house. If he finds any more ability hits, that could be a kill. But with health bars almost non-existent, they're looking to sneak away. DJ Pernicus is now playing a very dangerous game. He's going to use that special delivery to escape that Rainfire Bomb from Lasses. Legion.
They're all going to get away. They're all going to get away. What has happened as well, Toli went into the jungle trying to find camps, realized they were all down, not going to find anything there. Couldn't take down the tier 1 tower in time either. So that's a big pickup from Legion, from aggression from Eager coming out. Honestly, they got 2 kills for 1 in that engagement. Panda Cat stayed, Panda Cat did drop there, lie. So I say he stayed standing, but he didn't manage to survive for the most part. But the turnaround was really, really big from the boys of Legion. This game is still up for anyone right about now.
That one all came down to that solo support Athena. Not a support. That was clearly Athena supporting the team from that solo lane.
Yep. Yeah. That was the support Athena. Okay, you corrected yourself. Harpy's right. Gonna go to Eager as well. Experience lead of 4,000 though for Eager after these engagements. Gold lead is absolutely even at the moment.
Yeah, so looking forward, I mean, what these teams need to look to do going forward, mid-harpies are down, left side's going to be spawning it just a little bit. They're a little early to that party, maybe throws down some wards, something like that. It's a little ways off yet. I'm assuming they don't have the timer because they're pinging it. But with that said, Gold Fury is going to be up in just over a minute. That's going to be something to fight over. Legion snuck that one in, although it didn't end too well after the fact for them. Fire Giant, we did see an early Eager Fire Giant going back a few games, but they do not have that huge lead at this point that they did in that game they tried for it. So Fire Giant's still probably a ways off in this one. I expect the next real action coming out is going to be of this Gold Fury in just a little bit. There's some opportunities for Anatoly to keep pushing down that right lane, look for that tier 1 tower to answer back, but at some point, he's going to need to start looking to grip up these fights. Fear will just put out DJ Pernicus.
Yeah, he's now blinking from a roar into a no escape. Pernicus is going to get pulled back in one though from Lasses. Bombs! I got to rain down and find him a kill. Good turn from Well Played, puts Lasses in trouble into a Kraken and a Whirlpool. He will not go down! How did he live? Hacks!
It's that last hit point on the health bar. If you can't remove that single last point of health, it doesn't matter how much damage you did. World Weaver getting charged up. Well Played, getting hit by that one. The monkey not having much mana left, going to be forced to withdraw back from that one. Legion got caught in the jungle and picked off. They almost answered back, but it was not to be. Some pinks coming out. Keeping track exactly where Zatman is in this jungle as both hunters head back to farm up a little bit over there. Grouping in the mid lane, they know that the Harpies are back down. Gold Fury's up there looking for a possible pick here. Aurora just waiting behind the wall. He does have Lassus waiting right next to him. Legion might try to sneak this in, but there's a lot of AoE damage coming from Lassus.
They should.
This could be risky.
But they should, because it's only Lassus with an ultimate available, obviously, because his bombs, all the rest have been consumed. The Gold Fury's going to be sized up, man. He's a bit out of position here, but the bombs from Lassus onto Pandacat. They've left Pandacat alone, and Pandacat's trying to turn the damage back into Lassus. He's going to get Path of Flames off and kill him, and trade out the kill. Will he be able to escape again? Hacks again! Lassus, stop! Stop with the hacks. Aurora does manage to pick up Pernicus as well. Now Eager can turn around for the Gold Fury. What's Lassus been eating? Whatever it is, I want some, because he doesn't die.
He's... yeah. Last fight with under 20 health. Defender Olympus coming in. They're looking for the seal. Taunt coming out, trying to get Pain Beyond in range. Not going to be able to do so. Now they are about to be caught out. They're looking for well played. They could have found that kill in Pain Beyond, but the teleport from Dare to Care looking for the play over and smash. 1 or 2 attacks. Blink over the wall from Aurora just to say hello to Pain Beyond before he will fall. Eager finds another kill plus that Gold Fury. And with his grouping up left lane, they're looking to push this way to the tower and maybe even, well, just go back to the base and buy some nice new shiny toys for themselves. But with that, Team Eager established what can really be said as the first real gold lead of this game. They're sitting up 3,500 to lead right now. Experience, though, has been growing more and more in their favor on the back of the kills, so they are the ones in control right now.
I mean, that Gold Fury was kind of strange, because honestly, I feel like Gold Fury call from Legion was very intelligent, because all the ultimates on Eager were down, other than Agni, which obviously is always going to be available mid lane. DJ Pernicus caught out position there, Whirlweaver's going to connect, Stunt does not, and the Whirlweaver actually hits Adoro, but the bombs don't follow up onto him. They were going to get juked out. But the Gold Fury call was good from Legion. It's just that they focused onto Zapman, and they let Lassus rain terror onto their backside, onto their target that's supposed to be protected in Pandacat.
Yeah.
Pandacat ended up going down, and Lassus didn't. So they turned it around, and then Eager managed to pick up the Gold Fury. Chains in mid lane onto Adoro. He's going to be saving some flesh and a bit of damage from Lassus once again as Eager start to put the pressure on Legion.
Yeah, they're looking for it. Jungle buff's about to spawn. Vamana should have the timers for these. We'll see if they look for any little cheeky invades on this one. Or maybe just pick up their own buffs. I like when Eager invades the jungles. It's like kind of amusing. It forces team fights. And team fights are always a good thing. But other than that, you know, support's pretty much even right now. 1 level go in favor of Aurora, which is actually kind of odd. But the gold difference is what really tells the story now. Aurora just simply hasn't gone back to base. Once that happens, the item lead is going to really start shooting up in their favor. Actually, he did go back and shop. Okay, he finished up the Choose of Focus. That's what I'm looking at.
Anatoly in this lane might be a bit aggressed on here by DJ Pernicus, and well played, but he's got Hide of the Urchin and his ultimate available. Notice how I said Hide of the Urchin there, Zedner. I called that right. I should be a caster. I'm good at this, making up ideas of builds for players to use. Hide of the Urchin is a really good item just because it gives you physical, magical, gives you health and mana, and then it stacks as well, which gives you even more protections. Big rotation left from Aurora and Lassus. Will they find anything?
Here's the Blink No Escape coming in. Pandacat does not have beads off cooldown. He's going to get pulled out. Defender Olympus dropped in, going to stop any damage from coming out onto him. Dedeker is going to try and steal away this attack speed buff. Will be successful in doing so, so that's going to be denied from Pandacat here for the next 4 or 5 minutes or so. They could potentially look to re-engage, but it would be a straight-up rush for this fight. Might not be the best decision, as pretty much everybody inside of Eager, except for Aurora, still had ultimates available. Mid-Harpies.
The thing is, Toli is over on the right-hand side, still pushing and free farming. These rotations from Athena have been good to support the team, but now DJ Pernicus could be in a bit of trouble in mid. He's going to get hit by a stun. Good cracking from Adoro, though. Dare to catch on the return of damage. Whirlweaver's going to kill DJ Pernicus, and now we're going to see Dare to catch trade out with the Sun Assault's not going to connect with Adoro. He's juking well, but that Flame Wave annihilated him in a matter of seconds.
Right now, Eager in basically a 4v5 are winning this game. Anatoly, who on Vamana is very much a hyper carry, he is going to be nearly unkillable once he starts joining up with these fights here. But if he decides to actually join the fights, he could just keep on split pushing. We saw last game was only like 30 seconds with the solo back earlier when he finally got a kill on the board and the game like ended.
They're diving under the tower for Pandacat here, and Aurora and Zapman tanking that one up. They're not going to actually find Pandacat. Pandacat's done really well in this lane, considering he keeps being focused consistently. I know he's 0-4, and I say he's doing really well, but he actually is. He's surviving for the most part against these tower dive after tower dive. The team are trying to keep him alive, and Eager abusing that to the best of their situation, but he's still keeping the farm going as much as he can do.
Late game as well, Pandacat is very much going to be the hyper carry on Muzen Cobb. Going up against Neith, Neith doesn't really have an attack speed steroid, or any sort of attack steroid. She's not going to do more. She can look to slow somebody down with the Unravel potentially, but Muzen Cobb has a very, very big attack steroid as long as he's within range of his highs. He has a movement speed steroid as well, which is going to help a ton. and he hurts. He can apply a cripple with the Stinger. The Stinger does damage. It's quick to cast these days, not like back in Season 1 when it took like 5 auto attacks worth of time to actually cast it using them. It's like, why bother? I can just kill the person before I finish casting that ability. So if Legion can hold on, they could look to turn some around. There's the World Weaver coming in. Pain to Beyond going to get caught by that one.
He is. He's in a lot of trouble now as well. He's going to have to use his Cataclysm. No escapes ready if it's needed. There it is with more. And that's going to be a kill for Dirty Care thanks to the Fear No Evil picking up that kill. Good combination of skills by the boys of Eager to bring down the tank. Pain divvy on, and now they can try and siege this mid lane again. Backflip from Zapman, going aggressive for Pain. Panda Cat here. The weave does connect, so the root does connect. The chains only hits once. The burn hits. The Kraken hits 3, but there's not much damage on it. Panda Cat survives for now, but they're not done. Lassie's still trying to find things on the wall. Here comes Adoro with Athena.
There's the Phantom Lopus dropping in. Anatoly is actually a part of this fight right now. Would be a 5v4 if they look for this. Well played in a bad spot, looking to run away right now. Rainfire bombs from Agni. The burn not going to be there. Well played, taking a little bit of strategy there from Lasses. Barely surviving that engagement. Gold Fury is up, though, and Eager are heading straight over to that side of the map, picking themselves up a nice extra chunk of 1,500 gold here in short order. The Legion are heading over here as well.
Can they get her in time? Benicus might be able to get her with the Sonic Boom available. He's going to have to be quick going through this if he's going to go for it. Has to clap and go very, very soon. Not going to clap and go. The zone from Lasses was enough to discredit that opportunity for Legion to defend that. Eager, get the Gold Fury. 14,000 experience now, 6,500 gold lead, and Dirty Care is in a prime position to go aggressive again with these monkeys. Tolly's finally turned up though. That's the important thing. It gets to 17 minutes. Tolly's 0-0-0 and guys says, "Guys, I'm bored now. Can I come join you?" And they're like, "Okay, Tolly. Okay, come on. Come join the action."
It's a little surprising. There's still tier 2 tower standing over there, so I don't know. His duties in that soul lane are clearly not done yet.
Well, they switched him to the left-hand lane for the time being. I don't know how long he's actually going to stay over this side, but at the moment he should be able to deal with this. He's level 17 after all. Take into account his level differential between him and Panda Cat. There's not a whole lot Panda Cat can really do against this.
This is actually a nice call. They're going to have to, you see Well Played already rotating over here. Panda Cat just going to stick around for a little bit extra minion farm. I wouldn't be surprised if Panda Cat heads over to that soul lane. Just kind of looks to hang back, play safe by that tier 2 tower, freeze the lane for a little bit, perhaps just last hit. Because there's no way that Anatoly can, that Panda Cat can deal with Anatoly right now, rather. Dive the tower, pop Big Baby. Fortunately, there's no haste in Fatalos or Heavy Hammer, so Panda Cat could possibly get away, but meanwhile you have a Big Baby swinging his giant sword at you when you're trying to run away. It's not a happy situation for Panda Cat. He is going to hang around, and it looks like they're going to keep Zapman over there after all. But that's probably going to buy Panda Cat a little bit of time. He can deal with Neith a little bit better than he could have Vamana at this point.
Rough situation now for the boys of Legion. They've got a 4-level differential between the junglers, a 4-level differential between the mid laners as well, and that's really starting to impact and cause some issues for them in terms of these fights. DJ Pernicus over here is actually clearing out wards. Got a little bit of aggro there. Lasses finds Well Played in the jungle, but nothing more comes of that for now. Zapman still sieging Panda Cat under this tower here and putting the pressure on, trying to keep that one up as his team. A look at aggression right. Will Weaver's being channeled. Will it be fired?
Well played, getting chased by Aurora. He's actually going to back off of this one. World Weaver apparently not going to be loose that time. As Neith's going to hold on to that, look for the next fight perhaps. But Eager have vision control on this right side of the map, and there's one ward remaining from Legion. It's... I don't know. They have enough of a lead. They probably could force Fire Giant fight mid lane. Adoro in trouble. World Weaver, good for the kill. That's going to be a big opportunity right now for Team Eager. Tier 2 mid tower is going to be going down right side. They're leaving 2 guys over in this lane right now. Actually, Pernicus will rotate out. But Anatoly, they're backing off him. They know Aurora's there as well.
And Panda Cat just went back to base as well, which means that man's going to get a little bit of free time on this tower. Not too much, though. His team on the right-hand side, Tolly's taking down this Tier 2 solo. The boys are trying to cut off Panda Cat from coming back to the Tier 1 tower on the left. That's why you can see Dirty Care here. And Lasses is here too. And Panda Cat is going to get bombs to the face, force his beads. If no escape's available... Yeah. We didn't see nothing. We didn't see nothing. He went to go for a ride. Agni with the bombs once again. Lasses played fantastically this game so far. Tolly does take that Tier 2 tower. Tier 1 does fall on the left. And the boys of Eager are all grouping up for these left-hand harpies.
Yep. Anatoly about to get caught, chased down by 2 members perhaps. They might just look to be pushing him off this Phoenix. It's exposed. It is vulnerable. And with only 1 Tier 2 tower remaining, this is very similar to what we've seen so far these last couple games. Eager going to look to start grouping up for that Fire Giant here in just a moment. And realistically... at this exact point in time, with a 12,000 gold lead in favor of Team Eager, Legion are going to have a real rough time contesting this fire giant because they're eager going to be full health and looking to zone somebody out. You know, Anatoly can very easily keep anybody away right now. There's really no killing him quickly. He has the big baby. If any trouble does come out, there's no anti-healing to deal with that regeneration. They're trying to catch out. Well played here, but more like just zone his health down a little bit, keep him away, and just kind of get them.
The one chance Legion have right now is the Fire Giant. They have to make a play on the Fire Giant and defend it. If they lose this Fire Giant, this game's pretty much over. DJ Pentecost needs a good ultimate, as well as Athena to come in to try and do something here. They're looking at it right now. They realise it's being done. They're going to be too late to it, though. And now if they turn around, that Fear No Evil was used defensively. And Well Played is dead.
Shackles applied. World Weaver, overhand smashes, bombs from Agni for good measure. Right side tier 2 Phoenix, looking quite good right now. Anatoly beelining towards that with Aurora Hodden on his heels. Minion waves, apparently Zatman farming, deciding he wants it. But, you know, the big thing came out of the fight. Anatoly is on the board with 1 assist. That's the
yes, he did get himself involved in combat. That's the main thing. They're going to be able to take down the Phoenix here. Meanwhile, Panic does get a tier 1 in left. He may get a tier 2 in the left as well, but he will lose a Phoenix for a DJ Pentecost trying to split push from mid lane as well. The Phoenix is going to fall on the right. The question is, will the boys go for the end is the question. They can still see 2 people are still here. Doro has to use beads, and they're going to try and burst this one down and end the game. The recalls are coming. The play is happening. Can they end this at the moment? 32%, 26%. Nivion's very low. Panicat finds a kill. Zatman goes down 2. Totally gets 1 finally. But they're gonna take down the Titan. Too little, too late for the boys of Legion. Eager. Win game 1.
It simply came down to the fact Panicat was trying to split push and get what he could out of that left lane before they were forced back to that fight. Legion expected Eager to go for those Phoenixes first and look to clean up the map a little bit more. When they started rushing in, I imagine the comms went something along the lines of, oh, yeah, there's no way they're going for the Titan right now. It's all right, keep pushing, keep pushing. And it's like, oh, wait a second, they're actually doing this. We need you now, get back here. He got back, they were cleaning up. There's only 2 members left standing for Eager at the end of that fight. But it was all that they needed. They got the Titan down in time. Like you said, they'll be walking away with game number 1 in their own pocket. They'll have a 1-game lead going to game 2. Legion put up a good fight in this one, though. It was a close game until that first that Gold Fury blunder. Like we said, neither of us really expected Lassus to be able to turn that around quite like he did. Going to game 2, if
Lassus putting work.
Yeah.
Lassus putting work all game long there. Full credit to him and the rest of the boys of Legion. Game 2's coming up, though. Sorry, of Legion. Of Eager. Legion, though, still have a chance in this one. If they can find a way back into it in game 2, we will see. They've done it before. Can they do it again?